Public attention paid to the case of Casey Anthony, who is accused of killing her daughter, may force her murder trial to be held away from this courthouse. And here is what is interesting. Under current state law, red light cameras are not legal. You will only be sent a written warning in the mail if you run a light. Shootings by police officers have become one of the most talked about aspects of the city's struggle against violent crime. The number last year set a record. Dozens of flights into and out of the airport have been cancelled or delayed. Most of the affected flights were to or from the northeast. Jim Day will be along. The city fears many of these restaurants could be forced to close their doors before the year is over. Reporting from Summerlin Street, I'm Michael Bancroft. 745 registered sex offenders and predators living nearby. And this is shocking news to many people. Remember that a considerable amount of carbon dioxide will be released from the plant that generates the electricity used to charge it.
What's going on at this hour?
Thanks, Christine. Next time you run a red light in this area, consider the fact that someone might be taking a picture of you and your car. And if you break the law, expect to get a surprise in the mail. Cameras at 2 key intersections around town will take pictures of red light runners catching them in the act. A company called Peak Traffic began installing test cameras across the state last year. Each camera costs $50,000. Now, this program is called the Mark Wandel Traffic Safety Act and is named after a man who was killed at an intersection in 2003 by a driver who ran a red light. The program is designed to collect data that will help lawmakers pass a bill to enforce red light runners. Melissa Wandel says the death of her husband was unnecessary and says she is happy to see the state making some progress towards red light runners.
I know that this is going to take time. I knew that when I started it. I knew, you know, I can't have any more disappointments, really, than what had already happened. Everything else is basically positive to be moving in that type of a direction for people to be paying attention.
And here is what is interesting. Under current state law, red light cameras are not legal. You will only be sent a written warning in the mail if you run a light. Lawmakers hope to make these cameras legal someday. Reporting downtown, I'm Michael Bancroft. Back to you in the studio, Christine.
Thank you for that report.
Please bring us up to date with what you know.
That's right, Scott. A teacher sex scandal, a student suspended for spreading rumours that police say are true, and now a lawsuit. So what is going on at Middleton High School, and what are the principal and the district doing to clear up this campus chaos? It's been a tough week for students at Middleton. On Tuesday, 33-year-old teacher Christina Butler was charged with having sex with a 16-year-old student. A student who tried to tell the principal about the relationship was suspended.
I think she did the right thing, just spread the rumors and did what she did.
Some students wonder if the teacher had sex with other students. Police say they aren't aware of any others, but students say there are rumours about other classmates.
This one little girl, I ain't gonna say no names, they say that she having sex with everybody she meet and they videotaping it and all this junk here, so.
Yeah, the girl, they be like taking her to the bathroom or to the dugout and they'll just do her and they'll do nasty stuff with each other.
A school spokesman says the rumour is being investigated.
We're investigating something. I don't know the details of it at this point. The SRO is involved, the school administration is involved, and if we need to take any action, we will.
The day after the teacher was arrested, a student was stabbed off campus.
That started the whole conflict, ran up to him and started stabbing him out of nowhere.
A lawsuit has now been filed by the victim of the sexual assault.
These young people are taking it fairly hard. You know, I met with the young man who was battered by this teacher, and he's confused. He's in pain about all of this and just doesn't understand what his future is in the school system.
There have been other rumours about another teacher having sex with students at Middleton, but at this point it is just that, a rumour. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you for that report.
Friends and family of a Lakeland teenager who was stabbed to death showed up on the doorstep of the man charged with the murder. It was a memorial and a grieving mother's opportunity to teach other teens a lesson.
She was my youngest little blessing.
A miss you message etched in chalk for 15-year-old Stacey Glow marks the spot of a tragic ending.
My daughter was to be spending the night at Megan's because she was going to go to church in the morning.
You think, oh, it'll never happen.
Megan Comby says she and her friends didn't know Mark Kuzara well, but he was the head of the neighbourhood watch who supplied them with alcohol. After a night of underage drinking, the party broke up. Stacey's friends left her sleeping, and that's when police say Kuzara stabbed her 9 times.
To see that man look at me with blood all over him, Like, he had no remorse. I'll never forget his face, never. If I knew that he was going to do it, I would have carried her out of this house on my shoulders.
Rest in peace.
Stacey's mum hopes each child will see past the heartache to the bigger picture.
Not tell your parents you're going to be in one place and go to another. Please don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Because if you lie to your parents like that, you might lose your life.
A hard lesson after an even harder loss. Kuzara is in jail tonight, charged with the murder. Services for Stacey Glow are scheduled for tomorrow afternoon in Lakeland. Back to you.